out here. We are, of course, at the Mighty Shakers in Milwaukee, and we're getting ready for a big luau that we have, traditional Hawaiian foods. These lovely things are from Hawaii, and these are Hawaiian purple yams. You can say purple yam. What the heck is a purple yam? Well, this is a purple yam, and we could do several presentations of this. We could take them like this. Look, natural purple, no food coloring. We could then bake these in an oven. We could core these out, and we can make an iteration of poi. Now, poi is done with a couple different things. One of those things could be cassava, taro, or sweet potatoes. I really like the sweet potatoes. And you might say, well, what is poi? And poi is a dip, kind of like any number of the Middle Eastern things that are done with chickpeas, right? So you think about a tahini, you think about hummus. This is their iteration of that, and it has great flavors to it. And the other thing about this is that you can eat this raw. So, I mean, my staff looks at me as like, what is wrong with Bob today? But the reality is that they are almost candy-like. Here, kids. Isn't that beautiful and sweet? Nice texture to it, and that's with the skin on.
That's
Just
delicious.
imagine what this is going to be once you bake this.
Almost a meat taste to it somewhere in there.
So you think about, at least my exposure as a kid growing up, to sweet potatoes and yams. Yams and sweet potatoes are different things. You get down south, and certainly throughout Louisiana cuisine, you get yams, and they're often red on the inside. I suppose sweet potatoes are often just kind of a yellowish beta carotene, very healthy for you kind of product. And then you got these lovely things that are a yam, but again, a different species. Open your minds, experiment with things that you typically wouldn't get into, and enjoy them tremendously. Now, the fruits are so essential to anywhere you go in any equatorial areas. And these little guys, how did you describe these, Brooke?
Skinless grapes.
They really, and that's the best explanation I've heard, but they really are like skinless grapes on the inside. So, there's a little pit here, which you don't want to eat. Well, I don't want to eat. You don't want to eat. Might be some toxicity there as well. But you can just pop this guy right out, and it does look just like a skinless grape or a lychee or something of that family, and they are just dynamic. But, you know, you got to think that you walk around and you see a bush that's got these on, and you might think it looks like a sea urchin. I'm not going to eat that. What's up with that? But they are so delicious. Expand your minds. Have fun. Cheers. Welcome back to Shakers, another episode of Flash of the Pan Cooking. Here we are doing another in our series of luau Hawaiian foods, traditional Hawaiian foods. So we're going to do this this lovely rice that we're doing right here, and I'm using jasmine rice that really comes from Burma. It's also everywhere in Cambodia and Thailand, jasmine as opposed to the standard long grain that we use for other dishes at Shakers, for any of the Cajun or Creole things. Different flavor, it's almost got a nutty complexion to it. I love jasmine rice. So, we had done this earlier. All you have to do is boil this, and it's like 2.5 parts of water to 1 part of rice. So, if you have a cup of jasmine rice, you want 2.5 cups of water, a touch of salt, put it away. I like to cook it covered. I don't open it up all the time. I wait about 15 minutes, and then it's going to be ready. If you start opening it, release steam, it's just not going to be the same, right? It's going to be gummy. So this is something that we made last night. It's just been setting up. It's still a little bit cold, that's why it's tight. You can take, again, anything like coconut juice right here for this. You can take some lovely mango that we've got here as well. And we're just going to stir this up. And it will loosen this dish, as you see. And again, the smell of that mango on there, I think is extraordinary. So this is a mango. This is a mango that's ripe and ready to rock and roll. There's a long stone pit inside of this. You got to cut around that. There's a variety of ways to do that. Anything on YouTube will show you how to get this thing done right. But they are worth the effort to open up. Marvelous product. So we're going to take this and make this into a pineapple rice. And what I like to do, that's Paul's pineapple. I'll get my own pineapple. Having spent some time in Costa Rica, I love Costa Rican pineapples, and I think they are the best in the world. Right behind that, also from volcanic soil, would be the Hawaiian pineapple. So, again, people for some reason seem to be afraid of what to do with it. So it's got spiny things on. Yeah, but it's not really sharp. It's just there, right? So what I do is I would just take my knife and I would just get that off of there. And this is lovely. You could put this in a little planter. You know, we're going to put it in our window boxes outside. It looks just really nice. It's decorative. It's happy, right? Great centerpiece for your table. So the top's off. Now the bottom's off. Now this guy doesn't look so happy. I'm going to cut him a little bit deeper. There you go. Happiness restored. So all I'm going to do is just kind of shave this. And don't worry about being too close to the meat because you want to get the little spiny things off on the inside. So though the spines might be facing outward, they've got this little husky thing on the inside, and you don't want that stuck in your uvula. Nobody does. It's just unappetizing. So after you get a cut like that, you can walk around, and you got a few little things like that. And you just kind of knock those little wedgy things off of there. All right. So I don't have a use in mind or an application for these. If you know something, please let us know in the comments section. So this one has got a little gold going on, so this is just a touch more ripe. You see this one is coming along pretty nicely. Again, we are in winter in Wisconsin, so we are getting the freshest pineapples we can, but that doesn't mean that they're as fresh as you might have in your area. So we have a few ideas here. We could go around the sides and do it like this and this and this. What I want to do is not to use this fibrous portion. So the simplest way is probably just to cut it like that. Like that. This, by the way, is lovely if you marinate with rum. You make a daiquiri with this. You can make all sorts of things, Mai Tais, anything else. But it's going to be fibrous, it's going to be chewy, and if you use this for a food composition, it's not going to be as nice as it could be. Cool? So that, we're going to put on the side. We're going to use that rum dish at some point. And now I've got this. So I'm just going to take it like that, and I'm just going to cut it through like this. So if you watch my blade, this is a traditional European style chef's knife, and you see it's beveled, right? So it's designed to be used moving forward, moving forward. State of Wisconsin, forward. Goes back to Fighting Bob-a-loo days. It's a little political pitch that goes along with this cooking video. So here we are, just nice sections. Again, I like things that you can take and get a full mouthfeel because it's going to take up that space. And if you think about how your tongue is arranged, it registers on different components. And that's going to be sweet, it's going to be sour, it's going to be bitter, whatever the case might be. So I want you to get the full flavor of the pineapple. So sometimes they seem to be really tart, but that could just be the part of your mouth and your tongue that the pineapple interacts with. Just like when we do any of the wine classes here, we want people to taste the full mouthfeel of wine, and that means get it in, swirl it around, taste it on every part of your tongue, every part of your mouth, and that's what the dish tastes like. If you just nibble on something, if you're taking a beer and you're just like sippy, 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 you're not going to get the full flavor. So get into it, embrace it, and enjoy it. And you know, if you don't like pineapple, you don't have to put pineapple in the pineapple rice. You could use just the guava or the mango or passion fruit that we generally use here. And there's just all sorts of yummy that goes along with that. So what I would do, again, we've got the jasmine rice that's cooked off. We could hopefully have our bench knife here and just use that. And just get this in. And you're going to say, geez, it's not so much ricey anymore. It's got this other thing. Yes. Yes, it does. It has this beautiful, beautiful presentation of the pineapple. And then, so we've used it before. I like to use this a lot in all sorts of Hawaiian dishes. And I'm going to take just some more of the green onion. So just kind of like that, and that onto there, and that one's just a little sexier all by itself. And this is just going to taste phenomenal, especially along with that pork that we have in the lau lau. There's a natural affinity that takes place between pineapple and pork as well. So tomorrow night we will be featuring wild boar and pineapple pizzas. And the flavors, mock it if you want to right now, but wait till you taste it. It is so darn delicious. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you do this at home. This is so incredibly easy. All you have to do is cook off some rice, get yourself some pineapple and a few other components. Again, I like using mango for a lot of things here. We got a little passion fruit in there. We have a little guava in there. Big, dynamic, fruity flavors. Happiness. Happiness. It's like sunshine. So even though, just said the other day it was 8 degrees here, but you're eating this, you're thinking it's warm and life is good. Folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Be good to yourselves. Be good to the people you love. And don't be afraid to cook for them. Enjoy. Cheers.